today I want to talk about a tweet I wrote a couple of weeks ago, and it simply says, work out the signal, outwork the noise. Although it's a cute little aphorism, I think there's some real value in it. Let's clarify some terms. So work out the signal. What does that mean? So I think Jack Butcher, if you follow him, he's the visualized value guy, OG in the space, has this graphic where he talks about signal and noise. And I think that, you've got to find the signal in the noise. You've got to find the light in the dark. You've got to find the the red in the blue, whatever analogy you want to do. I'm making it up. But I think, signal, there's a lot of things that you can do. So if you make videos, if you write tweets, if you do posts, if you do cold outreach, if you send emails and DMs and stuff, there is every single little thing you do, right? You're going to see after a batch, let's say you send 20 emails and then by the 20th one, this is why software sometimes isn't bad in the early days, because you're writing it, you're reading it in your head, you'll get sharper and sharper and sharper. Same as tweets and stuff, you work out what is working, for instance, and you'll work out what is sort of resonating with your audience. That would be described as signal, right? So do a load of stuff, then look at the data, or how do you feel about it? It doesn't always have to be numbers. It can also be if you feel good about that and you feel energized to create 10 more things about that, then that will be signal. I would say go in the direction of that thing. It doesn't have to be entirely data driven, because, humans are irrational people. We're irrational beings. We don't always go by the book. And some of the great, especially if you're doing creative work, some of the great ideas are very rational, and the data would have told them to not do it. It would never have got made, because the data would have been like, this will never work. So find the signal, right? So work out the signal. And then the next part is outwork the noise. Now, outworking the noise, I would say that for everything you write, so for every tweet you tweet, for every piece of design you do, for every article you write, there is 100, if not 1,000 similar versions, especially now with AI, of that thing that you've done. That is just sort of vaguely similar, a little bit shitter, maybe sometimes a little bit better, a little bit sharper or a little bit crapper. Different language, different market, blah, 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 blah. If you are in the Twitter space, you'll see some of the big guys, like Justin Welsh, let's say. He obviously runs a course. I've not done it. Sorry, Justin. No, it's not amazing. He runs a course where he teaches people how to write content. And then you can see who's done or who likes the content. And then you can see people analyze his content and then they write the same thing. Now, of course, that's good. Of course, that's good. You're learning how to make a platform work for yourself, and you're feeding the algorithm and people are consuming that in a certain way. But a lot of that, probably I'd say Justin's tweets are great. And then maybe 3 of his super high performing clients or people who bought the course are great. And then below that is a shit ton of noise. And the problem is that I think how the algorithms work now, they're all kind of vaguely the same. So you're going to have to outwork that. And how are you going to outwork that? Probably volume, but then there's also quality. And then also I would say the way you can repurpose the same idea across all different formats. So if you come up with a nice aphorism or whatever, what does that look like as a one-word poster? What does that look like as a visual? No words. What does that look like as a long-form video? What does that look like as a essay? A good thing I use professionally is that what is it as a word? What is it as a sentence? What is it as a paragraph? What is it as 1,000 words? What is it as a 5-minute rant? That kind of thing. If you constantly take that one idea and just stress test it, right, then that means that most of those other ideas out there will just be a one hit. And so let's say you've done, so you've worked out the signal and then you do a thing. Now you got to outwork the noise. And that thing currently just looks like this other thing, right? But if you build this whole ecosystem around this one idea, so you can also learn it about that. You can do it like that, do it like that, do that. And all these different audiences get to learn about this one idea. And you're not really repurposing, you're sort of almost reimagining it, reanimating it, terraforming it. Like these kind of words are a bit more on brand. Then I think you then start to outwork the noise, because most people aren't just going to put that much effort in. And if you do that 20 times, that's a pretty good body of work. And I think, let's say if you have 20 ideas that you do 5 times, that's 100 things. And if they're all on brand, then, fucking hell. There's not going to be many people, if you keep doing that, they're going to be able to keep up. So yeah, I guess it was originally inspired by Jack Butcher, who I really respect, and the Visualize Value brand. And then, yeah, just seeing a lot of I guess there's a lot of copy and paste, repeatable stuff at the moment on the internet. It feels a bit stale. So work out the signal, outwork the noise, and I think you'll be unstoppable.